Letco for Tuesday nights. Live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to join us by saying hi. Let us know where you're watching from. Hadn't done that in a while. Let me get a few things situated over here. These are all sold. Just got done tagging a flip video crate from last night, or for a lot of y'all this morning. That's all sold. I'm going to put these in here. I'm going to show y'all the leftovers, which there's some pretty good leftovers. Put those in there. And then Tanner, if these will fit, I'm going to put these right in here. Just so Seth knows the vintage stuff is $14.99. We'll be good to go. All right, let's get this shared everywhere. Let's see here. Louisiana. All right, I got to take care of a couple things right quick. We are live though. There's my hand, just so y'all know the. Let's see here. Okay, let me share. What happened to this? Okay. Okay, there it is. Let me share that. Get it shared to the group. Can you stop Michael Jackson, please? I think it's still spinning. Oh. Okay. We were listening to Michael Jackson Thriller MoFi. I was listening to it for the third time. Very good. If you don't have one already, I might bring one over here and show it to y'all again. Share. Copy link. Okay, let me go to this. Post this a couple places. Then post it on our story too. Let's see. All right, so I'm almost there. I'm almost done. And restream. That's how I can see y'all's comments. All right, now we're live. Welcome. I'm still I don't feel sick, but I probably certainly sound sick from y'all's point of view, so bear with me. My voice, for the most part, held up for the night, but we made it through it, at least. I went to Waffle House, got some coffee after the sale. It is an instant healer for my throat. So, okay. First way we always start off the shows is a crate of new vinyl. There's some new releases in here. There are some restocks. There are some records that aren't technically new, but we've never had them before. I don't know what we call those. I guess technically restocks too, even though we've never had them. So lots of pre-orders. 3 pages. There's a couple big lists on here. So first thing of the night. The Black Crowes Southern Harmony and Musical Companion back in stock. $44.99. This is a 2 LP. Chad Kerfoot, I had you on a waiting list for that. I've got Southern Harmony and Musical Companion back in stock. Those are $44.99. 2 LP. The Black Crowes, originals of that, aren't too easy to come by. Not cheap either. We have Prince 1999. Prince 1999 is a 2 LP remaster. Prince's iconic Breakthrough double LP remaster. Little Red Corvette 1999. That is with a really nice foil cover from Prince. That is $39.99. And we also got Purple Rain back. I can never have enough of these. This is the 2015 remaster that was overseen by Prince. It includes the original poster. That is $31.99. Tom Petty, a random restock of Into the Great Wide Open, $38.99. I've heard that these are from the original analog tapes, whatever that's technically supposed to mean, but anything on Tom Petty on vinyl, anything from Tom Petty on vinyl, always sounds fantastic. Into the Great Wide Open, another original pressing that minimum, what, $75 minimum? Maybe for one that has some marks on it. That's a $100 plus record original all day. Judas Priest, I haven't had this in quite some time. Rock-A-Rolla, limited edition gatefold with translucent grape and white with black splatter vinyl. Judas Priest. Colored vinyl. Grape, purple splatter, it says. $34.99 for Judas Priest. Louis Armstrong wishes you a cool Yule. This is Louis Armstrong's first Christmas record. $31.99. Whitney Croy, I had you on a waiting list for that. Whitney Croy, and I've got one left to sell. That is on, should be on red vinyl. It is on red vinyl. Louis Armstrong is on red vinyl, by the way. If you hadn't picked one of those, I've been selling them here and there. I have Joe Diffie's Greatest Hits. Joe Diffie's Greatest Hits on purple vinyl. And Dakota Wilkie, I had you on a waiting list for that. I've got another one in. When this came out last year, it was a pretty big deal. His tracks not really available on vinyl. John Deere Green, first track. Third Rock from the Suns also on there. That is $28.99. Joe Diffie, Nashville's Greatest Hits. That's on purple vinyl. Tommy Flowers. Looks like he's getting the first sale of the night with the Louis Armstrong Christmas record. That's sold to Tommy Flowers. And this MoFi pressing, I will be keeping one unless we sell out. This is Foghat, Full for the City. This is pure analog, as they call it. This is from the original master tapes, cut to vinyl. And this has been out for quite some time. I think this originally came out in 2011. But they've repressed some. And from what I've heard on this restock, and since they're kind of coming back out and about, people say they sound fantastic. Of course, this has the hit song Slow Ride on it. If you have a rock and stereo system, this is a classic rock, you know, just essential. $64.99, and that is an original master recording from Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. That is analog, no digital or digital transfer on that one. Gabe Flute on Joe Diffie. Gabe, that's sold to you. So like I said, I got two of those available. I'm definitely keeping one. I highly recommend you to pick one up. So technically I have one left, but if we sell both of those, so be it. Stray Cats is a new release. Stray Cats, Live at the Roxy, 1981. This is limited edition splatter vinyl. Limited edition splatter vinyl. That has pre-order on that list was Dallas Coop, Brent Rabley, Chris DeMoss, Matt Scheiker, Josh Duvall, Chris Crowley, Michael Ling, Julie Roman, Scott Smith, and Greg Rogers. That is a new release from Stray Cats. This is probably Cleopatra, is it? No, it's actually Rockabilly Records. Usually when I see something like this, I think it's from Cleopatra, but Stray Cats, I've got one copy left because I pre-ordered. Since it's been posted, more and more people's added to it, and I really didn't catch it, so I only have one extra, but that might be okay. And a new release from Iron Maiden. These are $64.99. Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast. The Number of the Beast over Hammersmith. Triple heavyweight vinyl. 8 remastered tracks featuring the intended track list with Total Eclipse. For the first time ever on vinyl, Beast over Hammersmith. That is $64.99. The pre-order for that was Dale Shannon, Richard Davis, Conrad Murat, Kevin Kubina, Joe Frias, Candy Ivy, Bob Reiger, Gary Hackett, George Buchanan, Jeff Whitney, Andrew Sansabrino, Carlos Diaz, Woods Felix, Joe Barrios, David Howard, Matt Scheiker, Randy Scarborough, Bill Fratsky, and Dwayne Sevilla. That's Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast, Beast over Hammersmith. That is $64.99. I have one left. That was another pre-order that just kind of kept adding from my original order. Well, eventually, we've got now one left. Pearl Jam Lightning Bolt, back in stock. $44.99. It's got the die-cut cover. They're still putting the 57th Grammys hop sticker on these, which is strange because I'm pretty sure the 57th Grammys was like 8 years ago. So that is $44.99, Pearl Jam Lightning Bolt. And looks like I've got two of those. I did have a waiting list for that too. Waiting list for Pearl Jam Lightning Bolt was Kelly Cook and Tony Doyle. Kelly Cook and Tony Doyle. That was from quite a long time ago, but I've got you down for one, unless you say otherwise. This is a highly anticipated release. I just made a post about it. Ray Charles, The Spirit of Christmas. The first time I ever seen one of these was in the Fred Goodwin collection. And I looked forever for this record. And actually what happened was we had one slipped in from the Fred Goodwin collection, and I didn't, you know how I go through crates for the first time, and sometimes I'm like, oh man, I didn't know that was in there. That's what happened with this record, and I've been looking for one for years. Doug, our very own Doug that works here, was watching, and he bought it. He ended up keeping it as much as I asked him to. He wouldn't let me have it. And then I ended up finding another one at Fred's, and I kept that one. And I don't think we've had one since that I'm aware of. But that record that night, we had it severely underpriced. I think we only marked it $25 or $35, if that. And then all day it's a $100 record for an original. And they had never repressed it. So it's never been repressed. And of course it has that very popular song, or I will say it has a song as made popular on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, The Spirit of Christmas, when Clark is up in the attic watching his old family films. Very cool moment in the movie until he falls through the ceiling or whatever happens there. He falls through the stairs. Okay, give me a second to read the list on that because it's a bunch. I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple. I see that David Schroeder wants one. These are $28.99, by the way. David Schroeder gets one. Alan Jonathan wants one. John Burlingame said he would like a second one. So we've already got him on the pre-order. We'll pull another one for him. Next comment was Cameron Martin. I should have about 10 left or so. Ray Charles, Spirit of Christmas, $28.99. If you want an original, I don't know how this has affected the price. They will cost you over $100. I had some people, I had somebody buy one for a gift last year. I know what they cost. Francis Drennan also wants one, and Mike Vandergist. Ray Charles. Dusty Lambden, I missed him. He did. It's on top of Craig's track list. Dusty Lambden on Ray Charles. And whoever asked the track list for Iron Maiden, Craig just posted in the comments. There's absolutely no writing on this, so I can't give you the track list. I've got 2, 4, 5. I've got 6 Ray Charles Spirit of Christmas. And I hope I have enough because I told people these will be available in store. I ordered over 50 copies. People kept pre-ordering and pre-ordering. Okay, let me take a deep breath and read this pre-order. This is for Ray Charles, The Spirit of Christmas, $28.99. I've got 2, 4, 6 left, and I hope I can get more. Charlie Baugh, Tracy McFadden, Cody Chandler, Andy Lewis, Tracy Miller, Preston Rogers, Brian White, John Burlingame, Cameron Nance, Kristen Silo, Matt Algram, George Buchanan, Shepard Michael, Wayne Carr, Joseph Snow, Chris Kirkley, Lisa Davidson, Tommy Flowers, Chris Kingsley, Donnie Moore, Pam Dickens, Josh Fry, Michael Blazer, Brian Sharkey, Paul Brothers, Ron Rarbach, R.J. Myers, Lily McCurry, Tommy Flowers, Josh Duvall, Joseph Dela Cruz, Debbie Blair, Jerry Stone, Whitney Croy got 2 of them, and Brent Rabley. That's a lot. That's the pre-order for Ray Charles' Spirit of Christmas. How much was Iron Maiden? I've got 1 left. They are $64.99, Steve Howe. I got another restock of Hank 3, Straight to Hell. This is limited edition Blood Splatter Red Vinyl, 2 LP, includes poster, $44.99. I made another post, I think the 3rd post I've made on this, and we sold even more. Who else got one? Where are you, Hank? Kenny Heathcock, Scott Smith got 2 of them. Nick Poulin, Kevin Kubina, Eric Beck, Brandon Jackson, Whitney Croy, and Steve Howe. Why did probably I sell more of these? Because I did some research, and the Hank, the 3 original that came out in 2006, is about a $300 or $500 album. They repressed a limited edition in 2011 on gray splatter vinyl. Those are the same price as the original, $200, $300, $400, $500, depending if you want one open or sealed. So for $44.99, this is by far the cheapest. And this also tells you that the demand is extremely high. And I was given word they only pressed like 1,500 of these. So a very limited edition pressing. It's colored vinyl. The cheapest pressing before this was in the $300 to $500 range. Hank 3 is $44.99. That's why I went ahead and grabbed some more. I'm probably going to start listing those online. Grab one while you can. Probably not a bad thing, even if you don't like Hank the 3. I got some people who buy stuff for their collection, even though they don't really into it or listen to it. It's just like they want it in their collection. Completist. Adam Stein wants one. If you're just joining us, want our first crate of new vinyl. I have went through everything once. I've got more new vinyl to show, but let me go through this crate one more time. Black Crow, Southern Harmony, and Musical Companion. 1 copy left, $44.99. That's a 2 LP. Another 2 LP is Prince 1999 Remaster. That is $39.99. Purple Rain is $31.99. That includes poster, another remaster. Tom Petty, Into the Great Wide Open, a fantastic sounding record, $38.99. Judas Priest, Rock-a-Rolla. Surprised I still have this. Splatter Vinyl, $34.99. 2 copies left of Foghat, Full for the City. This is $64.99. Foghat, this is a MoFi pressing, all analog. Fred Wink on Purple Rain. Fred Wink on Purple Rain. I've got the new Stray Cats is in, live at the Roxy. I have 1 left. Splatter Vinyl, $33.99. 2 Pearl Jam Lightning Bolts are still available, $44.99. Pearl Jam Lightning Bolt. 1 Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast over Hammersmith, $64.99. Ray Charles, The Spirit of Christmas, $28.99. And Hank 3, Straight to Hell, $44.99. Randy Scarborough says he'll take a fog hat. Chris DeMoss on the live Stray Cats at the Roxy. And let me grab our first crate of new vintage stuff. I also got Japanese stuff tonight. Jerry Stone, Chris just beat you to that Stray Cats. If you want on that waiting list, let me know. Chris, you were on, I was about to say, Chris is on the pre-order for Stray Cats. Chris, I've already got you down for a Stray Cats. Unless you want a second one, I'll give that Stray Cats to Jerry Stone. And Mike Vandergit's on Iron Maiden. That was my last copy. And Sherry Darnell said she'll take one of the Fog Hats too. Yeah, we don't get this original as much as I used to see it. And they're usually kind of beat up. This is a pretty good, and that's an all analog cut. I like anything from MoFi that's straight from, pure analog. Was that Rock-a-Rolla or Hero? Rock-a-Rolla. Rock-a-Rolla. All right. Let me put those right there. Okay, first crate of vintage. We got Japanese stuff to sell. I've also got, I've got some on sale crates, but I don't know if we'll get to them tonight. Let me go through this crate. I walked in and I flipped through this first crate of vintage, And I was like, wow, this is some good stuff. And everyone else has agreed with me. Really good stuff tonight. We're getting into the depths of the Atlanta collection. I keep running out of time at night, or technically early in the mornings, but I've got to get to the back and start digging some stuff out to really showcase. There are some fantastic records in this collection that we really hadn't got to yet, that I really want to get out and showcase and let y'all know when they're coming. We hadn't run an ad advertising that we sell records here on Facebook in a couple weeks. So I'm going to get together some really primo stuff, probably for Thursday or Friday night sale, get it advertised, and some really high caliber auctions and out of print stuff. We still got some new vinyl back there from the Memphis collection that's sealed, some metal, 80s rock and stuff like that I hadn't got to yet. John has set aside. But it's been a couple weeks since I've went to the back room and physically went through crates, probably since the night we unloaded all that stuff. So tens of thousands of records back there untouched that we've got to get to. We do it one crate at a time, though. Okay, new vintage arrivals. I'm going to show a few, and then I'll get some Japanese auctions running. Mick Jagger, She's the Boss. This was Mick Jagger's studio album from when? 1985, 1999. 1999. Chris DeMoss never did say if he wanted a second copy. Chris, let me know. You were on the pre-order already for Stray Cats. We're going to give that one to Jerry Stone unless you want another one. Jimi Hendrix and Little Richard, Roots of Rock, 1999. This is on the Everest Folkways label. 1999 for Hendrix and Little Richard. Into the Purple Valley, Ry Cooder, 1999. The Immediate Story. Immediate is the label. That is $29.99. That's the Nice compilation. Keith Emerson, Brian Davison, Lee Jackson. Chris only wants one, so give that one he claimed that I pulled out to Jerry Stone. I think we already got that taken care of. Chris DeMoss also wants Jimi Hendrix. Sell that to Chris DeMoss. We've got Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade. This is a compilation. Really good tracks. Wow, that is pristine. $34.99 on the Rolling Stones. More. That is titles from the original soundtrack of the feature-length motion picture Experience Jimi Hendrix. This is Volume 2, $34.99 in shrink wrap. $34.99 in shrink wrap. How much was Mick Jagger? Mick Jagger was $19.99. Anyone else completely freeze up, rebooted too? Huh. Let's see. Try to get this back in here. This record don't want to go back into the jacket. I'm just going to put it behind the cover. That might be the safest place for it at that time. Let's see here. We have Fred Wink on Jimi Hendrix. Fred Wink on Jimi Hendrix. Fred, that one's already sold. I'm assuming you want this one. Fred, I'm going to tag that one for you just in case. Unless you wanted that first one that's already sold. But I'm going to put you down for that one. Bud Shank, Magical Mystery. $14.99. Bud Shank, Magical Mystery. That is $14.99. Fred said yes, that was the right Hendrix. Okay, so Hendrix and Hendrix both sold. First one to Chris, second one to Fred. Chad, sorry, what was the price on Rock-A-Rolla? $34.99. $34.99. Rolling Stones Still Life. Rolling Stones Still Life is $34.99. That's a live American concert, 1981. Gatefold and inner sleeve. Near mint copy. Tony Bennett at Carnegie Hall. Tony Bennett at Carnegie Hall. Recorded live, 1962. Columbia 2i. That is $19.99. I don't think I've ever seen that. Santana, $34.99 in shrink wrap with hype sticker. Original Columbia 2i and inner sleeve. That is a nice copy. $34.99 on Santana. Blood Rock, $19.99. This is called Blood Rock USA, $19.99 on that. Out of Our Heads, the Rolling Stones, $34.99. Blue stereo label in the original bag, $34.99. And The Best of Joe Cocker, $34.99. This is a UK compilation on the stateside label, $34.99. Grant says, I'll take Rock-a-Rolla. I have about 6 copies of Ray Charles left if you want one. Ron, I have about 6 copies. Let's see. Fred Wink on Blood Rock. Fred Wink on Blood Rock. Brent Rabley was second. Looks like Wolves Council was third on that. Let me go ahead and get, well, first, let me pull Woods Felix Stones Out of Our Heads. That's sold to Woods Felix. Mike Vandergits on Tony Bennett. Joe Cocker. Santana Amigos. Santana Amigos is $19.99. Santana Welcome. Santana Welcome is $19.99. This is a Frank Zappa. Zappa Beefheart Mothers. Bongo Fury. $49.99. Bongo Fury, Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart. And I think that is the Mothers. $49.99. All right, I've got a whole crate of Japanese records here. New arrivals for tonight. Let's see what we got here. After I get done with this crate and I have some room on the table, I will bring it over so we can flip through them. Let's see what we have in here, though. I've never seen that. And let's do this one here. Let's see. Next comment was Fred Wink on Zappa. Fred Wink on the Frank Zappa. Am I taking offers on these? No. Ruben and the Jets is $29.99. Ruben and the Jets, for real, $29.99. Mother Mania, the best of the mothers. Mother Mania, the best of the mothers, $49.99. Blue Verve label. Well, there's some really nice Frank Zappa records in here. All this stuff is from the Atlanta collection. Ghostbusters soundtrack. I hadn't seen an original of this in a while. $24.99. Santana Abraxas with poster. $34.99. This has the poster with it. Santana Abraxas. Second Columbia label, as I call it. Nice copy, though, with poster. $34.99. What was the price on Ray Charles? $28.99. Fred Wink first on Santana. Ray Charles is $28.99. Missing Persons, Color in Your Life. Missing Persons is $19.99. Thorns Field, $39.99. Thorns Shield. Thorn? Yeah, one of the two. On Phillips, that is $39.99. AB, let me get the label. I have to check labels on some of these to get the font I can actually read. AB Sky, that is a yellow MGM promo disc jockey label in shrink wrap, $39.99. Jimi Hendrix Rainbow Bridge soundtrack, $34.99. Boy, that's nice. Rainbow Bridge soundtrack, $34.99. Canned Heat Cookbook, the best of Canned Heat, $14.99. The best of Canned Heat, $14.99. Ron Phillips says he'll take a Ray Charles Christmas album. I'm getting down to, at this point, low stock warning if you hadn't got one already. I'm going to order more immediately tonight. Hopefully they're available and they'll ship. But you never know about stuff like this, especially as tough as the originals are hard to get. That's sold to Ron Phillips. Zachary Smith gets the Ghostbusters soundtrack. Fred Wink gets the other Jimi Hendrix. Nice Jimi Hendrix records in there. All right, let me get our first Japanese auctions rolling. A&M Gold Series, Peter Frampton, Japanese pressing with Obi. Show Me the Way, Baby I Love. Yeah, this is like a Peter Frampton greatest hits. Peter Frampton greatest hits. This is $35 start. $35 start. Peter Frampton. A&M Gold Series. It's essentially a Japanese compilation. Near mint with Obi and insert. $35 start for Peter Frampton. Vandenberg, heading for a storm. Vandenberg, excuse me, heading for a storm. I'm kind of under the weather. I can barely talk on here as it is. Having sinus problems makes it 10 times worse. Vandenberg, $35 start on that. Also near mint with Obi. Okay, we got Ray Charles for Ron. We got Ghostbusters for Zachary. We got Fred's Jimi Hendrix. Claymore also wants a Ray Charles. Tanner's already pulled it for us. I will need to get more for the store. Yeah, I'll probably order 20 more. Arm Lazelle said 35 for Peter Frampton. New bid on that. Jerry Wallace says, I cannot get back in. If you're talking about Facebook, I can see your comment. If you can't watch the feed, I'm not for sure then. Try refreshing. Make sure your apps are up to date. Or you can go to YouTube. If you go to your YouTube app, search CollectCo Live. We're probably the first thing at the top. Click that. I think it's running flawlessly over there. Mike Vandergit's first on Canned Heat. Mike Vandergit's first on Canned Heat. Brian Clement is at 35 on Vandenberg. So 35 on Vandenberg, and we have 35 on Peter Frampton. It's not our internet connect. We've done a speed test. We've actually paying more money now for better internet. There's just something within the bugs of Facebook between here and Silicon Valley and their servers and the satellites and however the internet works. Facebook just doesn't cooperate some nights. And that's why, regardless if we're on YouTube or not, some nights when we're on Facebook, we can't see people's comments. So we have to use our Restream software here. But as a backup, I always tell everybody, make sure you're ready to go to YouTube if you need to, because that's been better. So, okay. Craig's got a couple tips there as well. Let's see. Okay. Colors, Atmosphere. This is sealed. Colors, Atmosphere. Dot Records, $49.99. Mandala, Soul Crusade, $24.99. Mandala Soul Crusade, $24.99. Santana is $19.99. Fred is probably the only person I know that has trouble watching on YouTube, but somehow he has the best connection. So what's up with that? As that guy says on Saturday Night Live. Carlos Santana and Buddy Miles live, $19.99. Fred loses the CollectCo feed more than anybody on YouTube. Somehow he still has the best connection. Jeff McMaster gets Santana. Okay, update on our auctions. Vandenberg heading for a storm. We have Brian at 35 going twice, going 3 times. And we have this Peter Frampton A&M Gold Series, which is essentially a greatest hits. That's 35 with Arm Lazelle going twice, going 3 times. Jeff says he needs to pass on this. This is Carlos Santana and Buddy Miles live, $19.99. Julian Lennon, Valette, $14.99. Excuse me. The Pointer Sisters Breakout, $9.99. Mick Jagger, Say You Will, $14.99. Mick Jagger, Just Another Night, $14.99. Those are both gold stamp promos. Debbie Harry, Cuckoo. This one has a little bit of a crease right here. That's Blondie, $24.99. The Psychedelic Furs, Forever Now, $34.99. The Bee Gees Horizontal, $19.99. Tony Bennett's Greatest Hits, $9.99. And this is a 12-inch, I'm going to call it an EP from The Clash. It has The Magnificent Dance, The Magnificent 7, The Call Up, and The Cool Out. That is $19.99. 4-track EP from The Clash. Some may call it a 12-inch single. Okay, Peter Frampton, we had 40 and 36 and then 45. Carol Puckett wants Mick Jagger, Say You Will. That's sold to Carol Puckett. Jeff McMaster on TB, Tony Bennett's Greatest Hits. Mike Massey first to The Clash. Fred Wink was second. Mike Vandergent's first on the Bee Gees. Brian Clement, you were the only person bidding on Vandenberg. I'm going to go ahead and sell that to you for $35. Sell that to Brian Clement. Chris is out on Peter Frampton. High bid on the Peter Frampton is Arm Lazelle at $45. That's not going twice, going 3 times. Santana Freedom, $19.99. The Ventures, $1 million weekend, $9.99. Jethro Tull, Benefit. Great Jethro Tull album, $19.99. Original label. We have The Second Coming, $29.99. The Second Coming. Nice condition, red Mercury label. King Biscuit Boy, $19.99. The Best of Peter, Paul, and Mary is $9.99. The Greatest Hits from England, I've never seen Volume 2. This is Volume 2, $14.99. Procol Harum, Whiter Shade of Pale. Wow. The Zombies, Tell Her No. Them featuring Van Morrison. Early Cat Stevens. The Tornadoes, The Fortunes. Whistling Jack Smith. Engelberg Humperdinck. Parrot label. That is $14.99. And The Secret Value of Daydreaming. Another Julian Lennon. $14.99. Final call on Peter Frampton. Final call on Peter Frampton. I'm going to end it as soon as I get these next 2 auctions started. Fred Wink on GH. That's England's Greatest Hits. Sell that to Fred Wink. Let's go back through this vintage crate one more time. Some great stuff in here, and then I'm going to bring up our next crate of new vinyl for tonight. We actually only have one other crate of new vinyl. What I think only has a couple titles, so let's see here. Mick Jagger, She's the Boss, $19.99. Ry Cooder, Into the Purple Valley, $19.99. The Immediate Story, that is a kind of the band, like a compilation, $29.99. Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade, compilation, Brown Sugar, Tumbling Dice, Happy, Angie, It's Only Rock and Roll, Heartbreaker, $34.99 on that. What was King Biscuit? King Biscuit, it's called King Biscuit Boy. It says promotion record, not for sale. Orange Epic label, 1974. That's about all I can tell you about it. Let's go ahead and sell Peter Frampton to Arm Lazelle for $45. That sold to Arm Lazelle for $45. Let's see. ABBA Arrival. ABBA Arrival, Japanese press, $35 start. That's a big Obi. No, it's not. Sev said don't sell that one. Okay, we'll sell Bryan Adams Reckless then. Bryan Adams Reckless is a $35 start as well. This is near mint with insert and Obi. Bryan Adams Reckless. Japanese press of that. It didn't have any notes on the back. I didn't know if it was $35 start on that. Okay. Can I bother you for a couple LPs from last night again? Yes, just let me know what you're looking for. I still haven't found your Exile on Main Street. I still got to find that. Rich Group wants to know Miles Davis Condition OG. It's OG. It's near mint. Home where I catch Coletco. The bank call says I'm late. $35 bid on Bryan Adams. Bud Shank. I'm going to read through these titles. If you want to know any prices, just let me know. Rolling Stone Still Life. This is a steal. $34.99. Original pressing. Original inner sleeve. Near mint with hype sticker. $34.99. The Best of Joe Cocker, Santana Amigos, Santana Welcome, Reuben and the Jets, The Best of the Mothers, Missing Persons, Thornsfield, A.B. Sky, Colors Atmosphere, Mandela Soul Crusade, there's the Santana and Buddy Miles again, Julian Lennon, The Pointer Sisters, Mick Jagger, Debbie Harry, Psychedelic Furs is still available, Santana, The Ventures, Jethro Tull, The Second Coming, The Best of Peter, Paul, and Mary, and Julian Lennon again. Wolves Council wants Thin Lizzy, Johnny the Fox, Television Marquee Moo. I'll take both if still available. Johnny the Fox is right here in the putback bin. I can get to that pretty fast before I forget or it gets misplaced. Unless somebody bought it. I don't think they did. Let me see here. Johnny the Fox. It should be in this bin right here of putbacks. There it is. It's behind the MoFi pressing. We'll go ahead. We will write down Marquee Moon. I think that's in the putback bin as well. I'll look for it in just a second. Tag that right now, though, for Wolves Council. Fred Wink gets to Santana. I'm assuming this one. I was about to say. That's like, I'm going to keep that. I think I've already got one that looks identical to that. But still, I don't mind having 2 or 3 in that condition. Fred Wink on the Mandela. Soul Crusade. Let me find that. That's sold to Fred. Don Unstad wants best. He said best of the Mother's Price. That was $49.99. Original, of course. Bizarre Verve label. Really nice copy. $49.99. Anybody else want anything in there before we move on? Brian Adams Reckless Japanese pressing pristine. $35 start, going twice, going 3 times to Fred Wink. Going twice, going 3 times. Let me grab a crate of new vinyl here, and then we'll do another bin of vintage stuff. I think there's only a few, there's only a few titles in here, I think, but there's some big restocks. Forever Now was the Psychedelic Furs. Forever Now. There's Television. Wolves Council, there's your Television. We're tagging that for you as well. Do what? No, usually we can't find stuff that fast, but King Biscuit. I don't know if that's actually King Biscuit. Maybe somebody can educate us. I know there's this is called King Biscuit Boy. Now, I'm sure most of y'all are familiar with the King Biscuit Flower Hour radio special that I think was a syndicated radio show across the United States at some point. I don't know if this is the same King Biscuit. Maybe somebody could tell us. I know when we usually show anything with the word King Biscuit in it, though, it sells. But if anybody wants this, Kenny, it's actually, you've got dibs on it. $19.99. I'm going to lay it right over there. Maybe somebody can educate us on that. I'm not 100% positive. Rich Group wants the Buddy Miles and Santana. Rich, this is a fantastic near mint pressing. Looks like it's unplayed. That's sold to Rich Group. Randy Davis, Rich just bought this. Randy Scarborough just bid on Brian Adams. Randy Scarborough is now at 36 on Brian Adams. I was just about to sell that too because I was going to put up 2 new auctions. So Randy Scarborough has that for $36. Kenny Heathcock said he'll take the King Biscuit Boy. Fred Wink is back in on Brian Adams. Okay, this was a surprise for us this week. This is Rush Moving Pictures. Rush Moving Pictures. So not too long ago, they did the 40th anniversary. The single LP has not been in stock in quite some time. These are $36.99, and this is the 180-gram direct metal mastering pressing, $36.99. I've already pre-sold a couple. As you can tell, I had a bunch back-ordered, waiting for them to press them again. And here's the people that went ahead and ordered one. John Miller, Sherry Darnell, Scott Smith, Brent Rabley, and Grant Peltzer. John Miller, Sherry Darnell, Scott Smith, Brent Rabley, and Grant Peltzer. If anybody else wants one, Rush Moving Pictures. I've listened to a lot of copies of the original of this. The original isn't the best sounding record. These remasters or these represses are pretty good sounding compared to, and plus usually the originals are worn out. People listen to Moving Pictures Side 1 a lot. Tom Sawyer, Red Barchetta, Limelight. So $36.99 if you don't have that already. Some people's like Paul Brothers. I've got too many. Some people have original. They have club pressings. They've got sealed original, sealed clubs. They've got the remaster. They've got the 200 gram. They've got a white vinyl half speed. They've got the box set. They've got the deluxe box set. And then they'll still buy more copies like me. I'll probably take home another one of these myself. Let's see. Next comment was Randy Scarborough says, give it to Fred. Fred is at 40 on Bryan Adams. Going twice, going 3 times. As soon as I sell that, I'm going to put up 2 new ones. Clay Moore, the Psychedelic Furs, is surprisingly, I think this is the first time we haven't auctioned a Psychedelic Furs album. We usually auction these and they'll bring anywhere between $30 and $50. That is $34.99. You can buy it now. Francis Drennan wants a Rush Moving Pictures, $36.99. Okay, Dave Matthews Band Crash, 20th anniversary, back in stock again, $38.99 for Dave Matthews Band Crash. Robert Johnson, Cameron Nance, and Susan Bell. You were on a waiting list for that. Robert Johnson, Cameron Nance, and Susan Bell. Dave Matthews Band Crash, 20th anniversary, first time it was ever released on vinyl. I was about to say, if this had been pressed on vinyl in 1996, it would probably be a $400 or $500 album. Vinyl in 1996, almost one of the most expensive LPs we sold this year was a Dave Matthews Band. That Live, The Streets, whatever that album's called, it's not coming to me. We sold one of those here live at auction for like $800 or $1,200. Their original stuff is not cheap. Robert says pass on Dave Matthews Band, so we need to take him off the wait list for that. That leaves Cameron Nance and Susan Bell. Clay Moore said he'll take the Psychedelic Furs. And the last record in this bin is more Pearl Jam Lightning Bolts, $44.99. You know what? I may have not pulled for Seth over there. How many did we pre-sale? 2. I bet the 2 in this first crate was meant to go in his crate. You know what I mean? Because I separated those. Those are pre-sold. Unless you've already tagged some of these, those are pre-sold. Okay, Tony Doyle wants Dave Matthews Band Crash. He says he'll take a Pearl Jam and a Rush as well. That's some good listening. Dave Matthews Band Crash, Rush Moving Pictures, and Pearl Jam Lightning Bolt. Okay, yeah, there was only 3 titles in there, I guess, technically, in that bin. So Tony Doyle got those 3. Let's go ahead and sell Bryan Adams to Fred for $40. So, one more time. Rush Moving Pictures, $36.99. Dave Matthews Band, $38.99. Pearl Jam Lightning Bolt, $44.99. That is that crate. And let me go grab a new crate of vintage stuff. And we'll also start 2 new auctions. Let's see. Is that Duran? Wow. I've never seen that Duran. We'll put that up for auction. What else is in here? Wow. Great stuff from, it looks like the Atlanta collection. If y'all are tuned in tonight, you're getting some early looks. Is that a, yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here. Did you see my psych? Yes, I've got you down for Psychedelic Furs. Thank you. All right, new crate of vintage. See what we got here. New crate of vintage. Here's the Duran Duran I was just speaking of. Strange Behavior. I believe this is a Japanese pressing. It is. This is from the Atlanta collection. Duran Duran, Strange Behavior, Japanese pressing, no obi. Take a look at that etching on it. Never seen this before. $25 start. Duran Duran, Strange Behavior. $25 start on that. Bad Company, Desolation Angels. New vintage arrivals. Bad Company, Desolation Angels, $19.99. Jefferson Starship, Freedom at .0, $19.99. Walter Egan, Fundamental Role, $9.99. Toto, self-titled, $19.99. Elvis Costello, Get Happy. $24.99 for Elvis Costello. Elvis Costello Trust is $24.99. Graham Parker, Another Gray Area. $14.99 for Graham Parker. The Doobie Brothers, What Were Once Vices Are Now Habits. $14.99 on that. Eddie Lockjaw Davis, Eddie's Function, featuring Shirley Scott, $19.99. Stray Cats, Built for Speed, $19.99. Split Ends, Time Tide, $14.99. Toto Hydra is $19.99. Until December, $14.99. Fred Wink, $25 on Duran Duran. Jeff also bid $25 on Duran Duran. David Tate, first on Toto. There's 2 in here. David, I'm assuming you want self-titled. Let me know if that's not right. Jeff McMaster, you're second. There's another one in here that I showed, which was Hydra. So y'all just let me know on that. Clay, I've already got the Psychedelic Furs pulled for you. Mark Fallon wants the Doobie Brothers Vices. That's sold to Mark Fallon. Fred Wink, first on Stray Cats. Josh, I've got Ray Charles available if you want one. They're $28.99. I've already technically showed them, but I still have them. Troy Robinson's at $26 on Duran Duran. Michael Massey on Split Ends. Jeff McIntosh is at $27 on Duran Duran. Troy Robinson's at $28. Randy's at $30. We're caught up. Toto Hydra is $19.99. Jeff wanted self-titled as well. Okay, so that one's still available until December. The Water Boys, A Pagan Place, $19.99. Duran Duran, $30, $33, $35. NXS, A New Sensation, $19.99. Culture Club, Waking Up with a House on Fire, $24.99. Billy Idol, Moni Moni Live, $24.99. Tenement Steps, The Motors, $19.99. Mac Vandergits on the Eddie Davis. That's sold to Mike Vandergits. John Stevens on Water, The Water Boys. That's sold to John Stevens. Fred Wink on NXS. And Josh Jones on Ray Charles Christmas. First, let me go ahead and pull Billy Idol for Aaron Moselle. Walt Cruz, you were second on that one. Josh Jones. Josh, have you bought from us before? I don't recognize that name. Let me know. Hugh Lynch also wants one. Uh-oh, down to 2 copies. So, sell one of these to Josh Jones. I know Hugh Lynch has. So, Josh, what we'll have you do, unless you have a Facebook, if you have a Facebook, you can send us a Facebook message. If not, send us an email as soon as possible. I'm going to go ahead and pull a Ray Charles from Brent Alverson. And I have my 50th. I didn't even get to open one up. I was going to open this up tonight and listen to it. I'll have to wait till probably Thursday or Friday now when they ship more, if I can get them. I've got one left. That's 50 we've sold tonight. I'm on the Facebook group. Okay, that's good. Yes, so send us a message on Facebook. That will make everything so much easier. Richard Allen takes one. Richard Allen, you get the last one. At this point, we have a waiting list, which will be Lillian McCurry if she wants on that waiting list. Ray Charles, The Spirit of Christmas, number 50 of 50 is sold to Richard Allen. There's the track list for Duran Duran. High bid on this. It's called Duran Duran Strange Behavior. It's a near mint Japanese pressing. I've got Fred Wink at $35. I want y'all to take a look at how it's made. It's got a really cool etching. Be sure you drop the needle. Don't drop your needle there at the beginning. It will really mess that up, I think. I think that's actually etched into the vinyl. Yeah, you probably want to drop your needle somewhere right in there. I wouldn't do it through all that. Never seen that before from the Atlanta collection. Lillian says she'll take the waiting list. So first on the waiting list for Duran Duran's Lillian McCurry. Yeah, I'm going to order a bunch of those because I've made a post and I guarantee I'll have Josh and my mother telling me how people's come in the store to ask for one of those and we don't have them. But maybe we can have it by the weekend. So I almost ordered 100, but I thought that would be excessive, and now I kind of wish that I did. Guy Goodman also on that waiting list, and Britton Sharp. By the way, if there's anybody new on a waiting list, we still need you to send us a message. Britton, you may be new. Let me know if you are. That way we'll have your information whenever they come in. Where did I get to in this crate? This has been a busy crate. I got to Barents, Whitfield, and the Savages. Dig Yourself, 1999. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Works, Volume 1, $34.99. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Don't Panic. Wow. $24.99. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. What am I thinking of? Oh, that's very interesting looking. $24.99. What is this? Maserati? Maserati? Is it? It's not really spelled like the car. Here we go. Maybe it is. M-A, now that I can read it on the spine. M-A-Z-A-R-A-T-I. Roddy, maybe. $24.99. It's on Paisley Park Records, the same label Prince was on, or maybe that was Prince's label. $24.99. John Cafferty, Tough All Over, $19.99. Force 10, $19.99. Anthology, Grover Washington Jr., $24.99. Jefferson Starship is $19.99. Stray Cats, She's Sexy, and 17, $14.99. It looks like Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, $19.99. Let's see what we have here. The Pacific Age, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, $19.99. All right, let me move my feed back up. So, Britton, if you're a first-time buyer on Ray Charles, let me know and make sure you message our page. They did? Okay, thank you, Britton. High bid on Duran Duran is $43 of Randy Scarborough. Strange Behavior, that's at $43. Arm Lazelle said Roger Waters title. I don't think there's a Roger Waters in here. You may have misunderstood me on something. No Roger Waters in here. Fred Wink first on the Maserati. Fred Wink first on Maserati. Cuda Bryan on Don't Panic. That was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Set that one aside. It needs to be, one of those discs need to be re-cleaned. Sell that to Cuda Bryan. Next was Troy Robinson on Maserati. That's already sold to Fred. Clay Moore was first to the Stray Cats. Fred Wink, you were second on that one. Chad Kerfoot, Hitchhiker's already sold. Jeff McMaster got Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. Woods Felix is at 44 on Duran Duran. 44 on Duran Duran. Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Manfred Mann's Earth Band. This is Get Your Rocks Off. $14.99. There's another Stray Cats. Stray Cats. Built for Speed. That was $19.99. And Jefferson Starship Spitfire is also $19.99. The Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan. There is like multiple different labels this one's on. This is a red Polydor label, $24.99. And Fred Wink gets the other Stray Cat. Sell that to Fred Wink. High bid on Duran Duran. Strange Behavior is now $44 with Woods Felix. $44 with Woods Felix. Billy Idol, Whiplash Smile is $24.99. That's pristine. And Eagles Desperado, $34.99. Thanks, Tanner, for removing our complainer. I'm going to start a new auction. Duran Duran is, so Duran Duran's at $46. Wolves Council on ST. Let me know what that one was. Maybe Jeff, what was this? Stray Cats? Yeah, that's already sold. Let's see. We have a new auction. I've got a Japanese pressing of Santana's Greatest Hits. No Obi. This is extremely nice. I'm curious how this sounds. $25 start on that. $25 start on that. Santana's Greatest Hits. Japanese pressing, no obi. Fred Winks at 45 on Duran Duran. YouTube, to me, you get sometimes strange people. When I do those unboxing videos, there's a lot of people who watch Coletco for the first time. We'll have a lot of positive comments, and then we'll have some people who are just straight up, just straight up. I usually want to reply, have you lived underneath a rock your whole life or something like that? Some people just, especially on unboxing videos, the Michael Jackson Thriller, I mean, for every positive comment, it seems like I've deleted just somebody like, you could have saved your time and not even done this, or somebody was like, I left one of them up, somebody commented, are you going to post a reboxing video? Somebody's like, you could have saved some time and just thrown this in the trash. I'm like, man, do y'all not have anything better to do? So, okay. Santana, 25 and 25. Duran Duran's at 45. Mickey Jups, Legend, on blue vinyl, $29.99. Mickey Jups on blue vinyl. Let's take a look at this. Stiff Records. Yeah. Very just... Let me get this back in here. But yeah, any kind of negativity, though, or instant... I can't get this back in the sleeve, though. Any kind of negativity, though, are instant blocks. So I usually don't even get time to let people know before we block them. We do it so fast sometimes. And I'm like, if you comment negative and we don't know you, it's just like, you're blocked. I mean, you're not going to buy anything anyway. The Act, Too Late at 20, $14.99. Erasure, Wonderland, $24.99. And Shack Attack, Day by Day, $14.99 in shrink wrap. The Effigies, Fly on a Wire, that is $24.99. Thompson Twins, what do we have here? Doctor, that's a 12-inch single, $14.99. Doctor, $14.99. Okay, we need to wrap up Duran Duran. I feel like it's been up for a half hour. Fred Wink has this Duran Duran Strange Behavior Japanese pressing for $45. That's going twice, going 3 times. Arm Lazelle already had Santana, so Fred also has that for $25. That's going twice, going 3 times. They're called trolls, exactly. One of the many words. Yeah, some words we can't call them on here. Fred Wink first on Thompson Twins. Randy Scarborough, you were second. Prince, an OG copy of Purple Rain, $24.99. $24.99. This one has the poster with it too. I consider that a bargain. Purple Rain, $24.99 with poster. Blondie the Hunter. This is $24.99 in shrink wrap. And David Bowie, Never Let Me Down, $34.99. Erasure, I got the 30th anniversary. Now this one here, is that a full album? If so, I'm surprised no one's bought it yet. It is. Erasure, $24.99. Woods Felix is at 46 on Duran Duran. Rich is at 28 on Santana. Fred Wink is also in on Prince. Calvin Ward, you were second. Jimmy is first, or Jimmy, you were third on Prince. Wild Seeds, Mud, Lies, Shame, maybe? Let me take a look at the label. $14.99. Wild Seeds, Mud, Lies, and Shame. $14.99. There's also a lot of people out there that still thinks you can go in a store and buy a near mint Led Zeppelin or Kiss album for $5. And what I always tell them is, if you can, I will make you very rich, because I'll buy all of them you've got for $20 and $25 a piece. And most people just stop replying at that point. The Temptations, Psychedelic Shack. A lot of people have not realized the worldwide demand for vinyl has skyrocketed, especially for near mint stuff. $19.99. Psychedelic Shack, The Temptations. Fred Wink is back in on Duran Duran at 48. And Fred, you're out on Santana. Rich has that for 28. Brent Rabley on the Temptations. Mickey Rourke, Homeboy. This looks like a Christopher Walken original score performed by Eric Clapton. Never seen this before. 1999 gold stamp promo. Gold stamp promo. It's an Eric Clapton soundtrack. Didn't know he did that one. The soundtrack to the Fabulous Baker Boys. The Fabulous Baker Boys. $24.99. Passion Fodder. Woke Up This Morning. $14.99. Passion Fodder. Woke Up This Morning. $14.99. I tell for sure we got some interesting stuff in here. Fred's at 48 on Duran Duran. Going once, going twice. Brent Rabley got the Temptations. Fred was second. Wayne Carr, you were third. Fred's back in on Santana at 30. Rich is back in at 32. And Fred wants PF. That was Passion Fodder. That sold to Fred Wink. Brian Ferry. Trying to make out this word. Looks like it's got a little thing over the E. Bete Nor, maybe? That is $19.99. We got 2 bids of Duran Duran for 50. John Stevens and Woods Felix. John Stevens was in first. Steppenwolf 7. Steppenwolf 7 is $19.99. William Bootsy Collins, The One Giveth. Bootsy Collins, $24.99. Wow. Bootsy Collins, $24.99. Mark Chesler on the Bet New Or. I think that's a claim. Sell that to Mark Chesler. Ron Phillips was second on the Brian Ferry. Woods Felix is at 52 on Duran Duran. Rich is at 32 on Santana. The Kennedy Dream, a musical tribute to John Fitzgerald Kennedy. $29.99. Oliver Nelson and his orchestra. That's on Impulse label. I got them old Cosmic Blues again. Janis Joplin has the hop sticker that came on it. Columbia 2i. $34.99. I was just writing how to pronounce it. What did I just spend? Well, if you want it, it's $19.99. I couldn't really tell if you were helping or what there. If you don't want it, it looks like Ron Phillips wants it. Fred Wink first to Janis Joplin. Adam Stein was second. Final call on Santana's Greatest Hits. Rich Record is at $32. Go ahead and give Brian Ferry to Ron Phillips. And Duran Duran is now at 52 with Woods Felix. Well, we've been betting on that a long time. You did miss Ray Charles, and I'm now technically sold out of them. We have a waiting list. So if you want on that waiting list, hopefully there'll be more here by Tuesday. They'll be here by Thursday or Friday to show again on the sale. I'm going to order another 50 copies. I think that will be plenty. I'm assuming we're pulling for Michigan State. Always pulling against Kentucky, huh? The Four Seasons, second vault of Golden Hits, $12.99. Another Bootsy Collins, Which Wave, maybe, $24.99. Lou Reed, The Bells, $34.99. The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, $24.99. That's a really nice copy, $24.99 on Jefferson Airplane. And The Firm, Paul Rogers, Jimmy Page, really nice copy of this, $29.99. Bad Company, Burning Sky, is $19.99. Jefferson Airplane Takes Off, $24.99. This should be technically a reissue label, $24.99. Santana out, Take It Down Fred. Any Kiss coming this week? Kiss Creatures of the Night has shipped. There's a lot of new releases coming out this week. Kiss Creatures of the Night has shipped. No one pre-ordered the big super deluxe box set, but I ordered one. I'm going to keep it in case nobody buys it. It doesn't have any vinyl with it, but it's pretty amazing all the stuff that comes with it. Fred Wink first to the firm. And, okay, so now let me get our auctions figured out. Fred Wink is at 35 on Santana. I think everybody's done. That's going twice, going 3 times. That's a Japanese pressing of their greatest hits. And Duran, I don't have any other bids except Woods Felix is $52, and that's going twice, going 3 times. Any OG Kiss? Not unless we dig some out of the bag. Not unless we happen to run into a batch from the Atlanta collection. I don't have any like that I'm aware of. Bad Company, and the last 2 records, or the last record was Willie and the Red Rubber Band. This is a sealed copy, $39.99. $39.99. That was a great crate. Let's go back through it again. One more time on that. Troy Robinson's in on the Santana at 36. There's some nice Bad Company records in here. They all are very, very nice copies. Of course, this is probably the most common Bad Company album. We get this all the time. Very nice copy, though, here. Desolation Angels, $19.99. Jefferson Starship. If you want any prices, let me know. Walter Egan. Elvis Costello. Graham Parker. Toto Hydra. Until December. I don't know a lot about this. Let's see if I can get any more information from the label. Well, there's nothing on it. There we go. Until December. Must be self-titled. Culture Club. Tenement Steps, the Motors. I don't know which way this is the right. I think that's the correct way for it. Yeah, the Motors. Tenement Steps. That is $19.99. Fred's back in on Santana at 38. Will you do 40 for both Bootsies? I'm going to keep everything at sticker price, especially those. Wolves Council, I'm honestly kind of shocked they hadn't sold. I would normally auction those, but I would highly recommend to you, if you want them for $24.99, somebody may not have called them the first time around, but just let me know. The first Elvis Costello was Get Happy, and we have Trust. Okay, we can go ahead and sell Duran. That goes to Woods Felix for $52. And Santana is now at 38 with Fred Wink. Troy, let me know if you're in or out. It's between you and Fred now. Barrett's Whitfield and the Savages, $19.99. By the way, speaking of on sale or discounts, we have, I think, 5 or 4.5 crates of 50% off records. If we get time tonight, I'll go ahead and do one tonight. At some point this week, we're probably going to do a Facebook-only show where I'm on my phone walking around the store where we can go through bins and crates in the back and do nothing but on-sale stuff. If I can do it on this cart, I will, but it's a lot easier when I'm doing it on my phone. I think y'all know how I do those shows. Sorry to anybody that watches on YouTube only, but we'll do a Facebook-only show sometime this week and do nothing but on-sale records out of the back. So, okay, titles left in here. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Works. John Cafferty, Force 10. Grover Washington Jr. Anthology. Manfred Mann. Jefferson Starship. The Beatles. Billy Idol still available. Whiplash, Smile. Eagles Desperado. Mickey Jupp's Legend. The Act, Too Late at 20. Erasure Wonderland, still available. Erasure Wonderland. Wow. That's like surprising. Shack Attack, Day by Day. The Effigies, Fly on a Wire. Blondie Hunter is still available. David Bowie, Never Let Me Down. Wild Seeds. The, I guess that's the name of the film, was Homeboy, maybe. Fabulous Baker Boys soundtrack. Steppenwolf 7. I'll take the first. I'll take the second, Bootsy Wits. All right, so William Bootsy Collins, The One Giveth, is still available, $24.99. The Kennedy Dream, The Four Seasons, and this is the one Wolves Council wants. Wolves Council is at, this is sold to Wolves Council. Troy Robinson back in on Santana at 40. Fred Wink on T-Steps. T-Steps. That was, let me see here. Four Seasons, Kennedy, William, Steppenwolf, maybe, nah. Fabulous Baker Boys, Seeds. Let me know what that was, Fred. Jared McLaughlin gets the erasure. And Walt Cruz, he just beat you to it. There goes to Jared McLaughlin. And Wolf says, scratch that, I'll take both of them. All right, that's a good decision. Sell that other one as well to Wolf's Council. Mickey Jupp wrote the song Switchboard, Susan, that Nick Lowe covered. Baker Boys price. Baker Boys price. The soundtrack to Baker Boys is $24.99. Lou Reed, The Bells, The Worst of Jefferson Airplane. Burning Sky, Jefferson Airplane Takes Off. And Willie and the Red Rubber Band, the one you didn't know the direction on. Ah, that was back here. No, that's the Motors. Tenement Steps. Okay, the Motors. T-Steps, got it. Final call on Santana. Troy Robinson has this for $40. Rich Recore on the Jupp. Mickey Jupp. That was blue vinyl. I think it was $29.99. Mickey Jupp's Legend. And this is on blue vinyl. You don't see a lot of, quote, vintage records on colored vinyl. They didn't do that a lot. Mostly black vinyl made back in the days of vinyl. The glory days. I don't know why they didn't experiment more with colored vinyl, but they just really didn't. I guess they didn't have to. Now it's kind of an incentive to buy something. Oh, it's on colored vinyl. Back then it was like, this is the only way you can buy it. Take it or leave it. All right. Let's see here. I have another Duran Duran to put up for auction. This is a nice one. $25 start on this. Duran Duran. Original inner sleeve. Their self-titled debut. It is absolutely near mint. Now, let's see if this is a UK. This is confusing because I advertised one of these one night as a US. Manufactured in the UK. This is a UK pressing. Duran Duran self-titled. $25 start. $25 start on that. All right, let's sell Troy Robinson Santana for $40. I have a couple LPs. Let me see what I've done with those. New stuff from last night. I'll go through those in just a second. Let me go ahead and get a new crate over here. Overtime. Wow. Oh, this is another good crate. Hope everybody's awake. Wow. Really good mixture of stuff here. Kenneth Jank wants the Baker Boys soundtrack from earlier, and Randy Scarborough's in on Duran Duran at $25. All right, let me pull those. That was the Baker Boys soundtrack. Nice copy of that. That's sold to Kenneth Jank. Watching Kentucky and you. Yeah, we've got it on too. They're in overtime with Michigan State. Let me grab a couple new auctions. Duran Duran's at $25 with Randy Scarborough. Going twice, going 3 times. Wow, Japanese Frank Sinatra. Let's do that. Fred Winks at 28 on Duran Duran. We have Rod Stewart, absolutely live. Japanese pressing with Obi. This is a 2 LP set. Never had this before. $40 start. Live 2 record set. Rod Stewart. Near mint with Obi. That's a $40 start. And we have Frank Sinatra. This is Sinatra. Japanese pressing. This is with lyric insert. This is a $35 start. This is Sinatra. $35 start. Duran Duran 25. Hall just got here. Did I miss him? Pablo Cruz. Last night you missed a Pablo Cruz and a putback bin. It's still available too. No one bought it. It's a VG Plus. Do you want it? It's a VG Plus, $7.99. I'm also a little under the weather, so I'm having to take lots of water breaks. Coney Island Baby, Lou Reed, $34.99. Culture Club, Color by Numbers, is $24.99. Gold stamp promo. Orpheus, Joyful, $24.99. The Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute, is $14.99. Asleep at the Wheel, Served Live, $19.99. Whipped Cream and Other Delights in shrink wrap, $19.99. If we put out a copy of Herb Albert Whipped Cream, it's pristine, usually in shrink wrap. America, Your Move, $9.99. Bob Seger, Stranger in Town, $29.99. Season of Glass, Yoko Ono. That has the, let's see, this is sealed, $29.99. Has the pair of glasses John was wearing the night he was unfortunately murdered. Mustard, Roy Wood, $19.99. Roger Taylor's Fun in Space. Roger Taylor has a gold stamp promo. Roger Taylor from Queen, $19.99. Fun in Space. Near mint with original inner sleeve. Kenneth Jank, first on the Doobie Brothers. Kenneth Jank first on the Doobie Brothers. That one there. Randy Scarborough on Culture Club. Where is Culture Club? Right there. That's Randy Scarborough. Okay, update on our auctions. Michael Ling is at 30 on the Duran Duran. Really nice UK pressing. That's 30 to Michael Ling, now going twice, going 3 times. No bids yet on the live Rod Stewart. That's a 2LP, complete, near mint with Obi, Japanese pressing. And Kenneth Jank is in on the Sinatra at 35. Japanese pressing of This Is Sinatra. That's going twice, going 3 times. Sherry Darnell wants Bob Seger, Stranger in Town. That looks nice. I bought 2 Segers. Scott, was you at the store today? I knew I would probably miss you. I didn't get here till like 6:15. I had trouble sleeping. I slept. When I finally fell asleep kind of early this morning, for most people probably their lunchtime, and then when I woke up it was dark again. I was like, oh dang. Whew. I still didn't get a lot of sleep, but I have a very weird sleep schedule. Duran Duran's at 32, and Rod Stewart's at 40. All right, I'm about to end Sinatra and Rod, and Michael Ling. Fred is now back in on Duran Duran. El Dorado by the Electric Light Orchestra, $19.99. Bought 5 LPs. Thank you. How much did you think you actually looked through? 20%? 5%? Half of them? ELO is $19.99. Michael Ling back in on Duran Duran at 35. Jackson Brown, Lawyers in Love, $14.99. Joe Cocker's Greatest Hits, $29.99. Les Paul and Mary Ford, I've never seen this one. Request of Roses, $19.99. Johnny Mathis, Sounds of Christmas. Johnny Mathis Christmas album, $9.99. Focus, Ship of Memories, $19.99. The Beatles Story, Purple Capital Label, $39.99. Bo Cup of Blues, Ringo Starr, $29.99. Thompson Twins, Sidekicks, $19.99. Empty Sky, Elton John. This is his first UK album. This may be OG Press too. DJM, yeah, I think it is. $49.99. Man, maybe no one will buy this. $49.99. I still don't have a nice copy of this in my collection. Somebody better grab that. $49.99. DJM pressing. Elvis Costello, Goodbye Cruel World. Gold stamp promo, $24.99. Tommy Flowers, first on the Johnny Mathis Christmas album. Fred Wink on Ringo Starr. That's a good one. I've said it before. Now we've had like 2 come in this past month, but it took me forever to find one of these. That's a nice copy too. Sell that to Fred Wink. Let's go ahead and end some auctions. Sinatra, sold to Kenneth Jank, $35. Rod Stewart, sold to Lou Hetzer for $40. And Duran Duran is at 35. Yeah, 35 with Michael Ling. Mr. John, we've just sold Ringo. That went to Fred. It was really nice. The vinyl looked near mint. VG Plus cover. What does this say? It's 1999 Trefethen? Trefethen? Am I stupid or am I great? It has a quote by Alan Parsons on the front. A peek into the future of contemporary music. A movie for your ears. That's a quote by Alan Parsons on the hype sticker. If he's endorsing it, then it's got to be good, right? I mean, the guy produced Dark Side of the Moon. Or engineered it. Produced it. Maybe did both. That sold to Fred Wink. Fred must know what it is. Mickey Newberry, Harlequin Melodies. I sold a Mickey Newberry record on Discogs a couple days ago for $48. This is Mickey Newberry Harlequin Melodies, $24.99. I guess he produced it. Duran Duran, going twice, going three times to Michael Ling for $35. Nat King Cole, Love is Here to Stay. Nat King is $9.99. Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus, $19.99. Merle Haggard, The Fighting Side of Me, $14.99. Cat Stevens, Teaser and the Firecat, $14.99. By the way, I hadn't posted on the feed or on the post yet. I hadn't commented on the post yet. We're getting an early shipment of Warrant. Cherry Pie. Warrant Cherry Pie is shipping early. Let me show everybody. Here's our private group. We'll post a link. Make sure you're in it. They're actually coming out a week earlier than this street date that I posted. And I'm getting, from this first shipment, I am getting 150 copies. So we've right now we've got how many pre-sold? I hadn't replied to some people. 81, 82, 83. I've got 84 pre-sold. I've got 150 that will be here tomorrow. So I'm already getting some of those in. Those will be in on this week's invoice. I must have overlooked that street date or something, or one distributor's getting them sooner than the other. I'm not for sure what happened there. So, is that Duran Duran Essential album? This is just Duran Duran self-titled. Duran Duran self-titled. Stacy, I figured I would make that announcement so everybody should expect that $40 record on that. Duran Duran. RM, let me know if you're in or out because I've got Michael Ling on that at 35 and I'm about to sell it to him. Willie Nelson, Stardust. Never seen this exact cover here. $14.99. Heart self-titled, $14.99. That's in shrink wrap. Heart self-titled. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer is $14.99. I can't imagine your invoice for your distributor every week. We spend tens of thousands of dollars on new vinyl a month. Tens of thousands. It's a lot. Will you get enough color vinyl? They are all on color vinyl. They're all on colored vinyl. Duran Duran is sold to Michael Ling for $35. Michael Ling, that's yours. Walking on Thin Ice for John. This is, I'm not for sure. I've seen this before. This is $19.99. Yoko Ono, 12-inch single. Walking on Thin Ice for John. I thought, yeah, it's a promo copy. And we've got Hank Williams Jr., Born to Boogie, $24.99. Warrant is $39.99, Cherry Pie. The first time it's been massively reissued in quite some time. It's been a while. It's been a while on that one. So if you want on that pre-order, make sure you go to that post, find that, and claim it, because I'm going to have lots of extras, but make sure you get in on it, because as many as I'm getting, I may need to start going ahead and listing some on eBay and Discogs. So they'll be selling pretty fast. I've got a couple quick buy it nows. This one is $29.99. ABBA Arrival. This one has Dancing Queen on it. No auction on this one. Straight buy it now, $29.99. It's near mint with Obi. Perfect copy. ABBA Arrival. Japanese pressing featuring Dancing Queen. And a straight buy it now on this, $39.99. Bob Marley and the Wailers live. No Obi, but this is a pristine copy. Bob Marley and the Wailers live, $39.99. That is also a Japanese pressing near mint. Okay, we have Kampuchea, Concerts for the People. This is a live, $29.99. Double overtime. Wow. Kampuchea. This has the Clash. I know I'm sick when I'm saying that. The Clash, Elvis Costello, Ian Dury, Paul McCartney, Pretenders, Queen, Rockestra, Rockpile, The Specials, and The Who. This is Concert for the People. Kampuchea, $29.99. That is sold to Fred. What is Obi? Obi is this right here. OBI. It is this strip. It is Japanese. It translates to sash, as y'all may or may not know. And that's what this is right here. It's very common. They're actually on almost all of that. Let's see. Okay, Fred got the Kampuchea. Those were buy it nows, by the way. Manfred Mann's Earth Band, Somewhere in Africa, $19.99. Ultravox Quartet is $19.99. Madonna Bedtime Story in shrink wrap, $34.99. The Bee Gees Life in a Tin Can. I've never seen that before. $19.99. Bee Gees Life in a Tin Can. It's got a die cut cover. $19.99. The Pretenders with Hop Sticker. Gold stamp promo. $24.99. Lou Reed Live. $34.99. Oh, that's nice. Very nice records. Close Encounters of the Third Kind soundtrack. $19.99. Billy Idol, Vital Idol, 50 minutes of Below the Belt rock and roll remix, $24.99. Robert Palmer, $19.99. This one's called Secrets. It has Bad Case of Loving You on it. Doctor. Lily McCurry, First to the Bee Gees. Fred Wink on CC3, Close Encounters. Aram Lazelle, First on Billy Idol. All right, I'm going to set these Japanese pressings. I'm going to put these back in our Japanese buy it now bin that I've starting to keep behind the counter now. That's Bob Marley and ABBA. If anybody decides they want those, let me know. I've got a couple more auctions here. These two here will probably stir up. I'll do that one later. I'll do this one. This one here though is still really nice. I hadn't had one of these in a while. Prince Purple Rain. This should be complete with poster. It is. It just magically slipped out right here. So Japanese pressing of Purple Rain. It has the poster with it. Quick peek at it without me trying to ding it or crease it. Near mint vinyl, of course. This is a $75 start. There's the lyric insert. And there is the album. That is a $75 start. The Very Best of Creedence Clearwater Revival. I'll put this up for a $35 start. Never seen this exact variant. No Obi, near mint. $35 start. The Very Best of CCR. Prince is a $75 start, complete Japanese pressing. Lily McCurry, First on the Robert Palmer. Missing Persons, Rhyme and Reason is $19.99. Kim Wilde is $19.99. Battlestar Galactica, that's $19.99. Introducing the Hardline according to Terrence Trent D'Arby, that is $34.99. TTD, as most people abbreviate it. $34.99. Hardline. That's an OG. Elvis Costello, this year's model, $24.99. NXS Live, this time, $19.99. 4-track. Billy Idol, self-titled, $24.99. And Paul Cantor, Grace Slick, and David Freeberg. That's essentially Jefferson Airplane, $19.99. Fred Wink is at 35 on CCR. So is Kathy. Fred was in first at 35. Rob Scheffler on BSG. BSG was Battlestar Galactica. That is sold to Rob Scheffler. Walt Cruz is first on the NXS. Never seen that one before. That's sold to Walt Cruz. Can you check? I think I claimed a Vital Idol yesterday. Check RM Lozelle's invoice for a Vital Idol, please. Chad Kerfoot first of this. Prince is not on purple vinyl. No. Prince is not on purple vinyl. Kathy is back in on CCR at 36. Let me go back through this crate. Excuse me. If you want any prices, please let me know. Very nice stuff in here. And what's that, Seth? RM, no, you do not. You have a Moni Live, but you don't have a Vital Idol. Okay, Lou Reed. Orpheus, if you want any prices, let me know. Asleep at the Wheel. Herb Albert. America. Yoko Ono. Roy Wood. Roger Taylor is still available. Roger Taylor from Queen. ELO. Jackson Brown. Joe Cocker. Les Paul and Mary Ford. Focus. The Beatles Story. Thompson Twins. Elton John. Elvis Costello. Mickey Newberry. Nat King Cole. Jefferson Starship. Merle Haggard. Cat Stevens. Willie Nelson. Hart. Doobie Brothers. Yoko Ono. Hank Williams. Manfred Mann. Ultravox. Madonna. Pretenders. Lou Reed Live. Missing Persons. Kim Wilde. Terrence Trent D'Arby. Elvis Costello. And the Paul Cantor Grace Slick album. Okay, so Kathy, you're in at 36 on CCR. Fred, you're out. Pump It Up is on this year's model by Elvis Costello. Yes, it is. Thank you, Craig. RM says, I'll take it. Was that? Okay, so he asked about that record that I gave Chad Kerfoot. So the record we have Chad Kerfoot tagged for, let me take a look at that and see if that's the same thing on that. Okay, next comment. Price on Roger Taylor and condition. Roger Taylor, David, is near mint. It's actually a gold stamp promo. It's a really nice copy. It has the original inner sleeve. Vinyl is near mint. This, I don't know if it could get any better unless it was sealed. And it may have not come sealed because it was a promo copy. David, that's $19.99. Donnie Moore, Herb Albert is also $19.99. And like I said, if we're putting out a Herb Albert whipped cream, it means that it's pristine, because there's a lot of like inside jokes about this album, about it being everywhere in every store. It's kind of like Pablo Cruz. They're everywhere. But all of a sudden, I have people asking for them. We sold a lot here on the sale. We only try to put them out if they're absolutely pristine. What the heck happened to it? It's somewhere still in here. Beatles. Where are you, Herb? There it is. Yeah. Original inner sleeve too. That is $19.99. Catalog number on the Prince. Prince is P-13021. P-13021. 13021. That is a 2,800 yen price tag. $300. Okay. Sean Rutchford, the Madonna Bedtime Stories was $34.99. That is I think a single in shrink wrap. $34.99 on that. The Hag, Kathy, the Merle Haggard was $14.99. The Thompson Twins. It is called Sidekicks, $19.99. Chad Kerfoot want Billy Idol self-titled. Yes, that's still sold to Chad Kerfoot. Aram Lazelle, yeah, okay. I think the Vital Auto you checked on, I will take it. Sorry for the confusion. Okay, that's what we have them tagged for already. Is Bedtime Stories US or UK? This is a US, 1994. David Haygood said RT Sold. That was Roger Taylor. That goes to David Haygood. Donnie Moore says he'll take the Herb Albert. I'm getting to the bottom. Brent Rabley's at 75 on Prince. Kathy says I'll take it. That was from Merle Haggard. Guy Goodman says someone needs to get the Les Paul Mary Ford. Tom Ulanowski, the Beatles story is $39.99. Purple label. That is near mint. Cindy also asked $39.99. Fred is at 80 on Prince, and we're caught up. So Prince Purple Rain is at $80 with Fred. It is near mint with OB, insert, and poster, top copy. And then we're going to do a final call on CCR. Kathy, no, let me make sure. Yeah, Kathy has this. Kathy Amos has this for $36. That's going twice, going 3 times. Lily McCurry said she will take the Les Paul and Mary Ford. Cindy says, I'll take the Beatles. That's only if Tom passes. If Tom Ulanowski passes, Cindy, that's yours. Brent Rabley is in on the Prince at 88. All right, that was a good crate. I told y'all, I've got another one coming up next. What year's the Prince? They just looked it up, I think. I'm not really for sure. The catalog number is P-13021. Tom passes on the Beatles, so that goes to Cindy. We got a third bidder now on Prince. George Buchanan's at 90. If you happen to just hop on, we have some fantastic OG stuff that hasn't sold, and we have some fantastic OG stuff that's already sold that you missed out on, right, Tanner? I'm going through the next crate of vintage stuff, and it looks like it's another really good selection. Let's see here. Oh, my legs are sore. I did a leg workout at the gym the other night, and it usually don't set in until not the next day, but the day after. I didn't go last night because I stayed here way too late working on, I've spent so much time ordering new vinyl. I mean, this week, the SKUs, there's 615 new SKUs for this week, which is crazy. It took me forever to go through and make sure I've got everything ordered. By the way, a lot of the new stuff will be here for Thursday night show. So much new stuff the week before Black Friday when Record Store Day drops. But I was looking at the Record Store Day stuff. I wasn't too impressed, and I'm not just saying that because we don't sell it. But I didn't see a lot on the Record Store Day that even if I was shopping that I would be interested in. So I think there's better stuff coming out this week than next week for Record Store Day. Any chance of a Christmas crate? Yeah, I have some right here underneath this table. If you can stay a little bit later with us, I might go through a crate and actually put them on sale. So, okay, we have a bidding war on Prince. Prince is at 110 with Fred Wink. Brent's bidding, George is bidding, and Fred. Let's go ahead and sell CCR for $36 to Kathy. Yeah, I didn't see too much. I think there's better releases coming out this week that we're going to have here than there is for Record Store Day. The Marx Brothers, 3 hours and 59 minutes and 51 seconds with the Marx Brothers. This is $29.99. The Marx Brothers, 3 hours and 59 minutes and 51 seconds. They got it down to the seconds. That's $29.99. How many LPs do you have in your personal collection? I don't really know. I've told somebody the other day around 5,000, but that may be a high estimate. Possibly, though. I have them in crates literally everywhere. There's a bunch. But yeah, probably close to that. I've been stashing away stuff for 12, 15 years now, so I've had a lot stashed away. Who, what, when, where, why? Weirdos, 1979. $29.99. If you count what I own here in store inventory, we probably have, I'd say now we have 50, 70,000, well, probably more than that. If you count what we have up there in storage, we're probably approaching, counting 45s, 100,000 records here in the store. We definitely don't need that many, but we have that many. Betty Bright, maybe? Rhythm Breaks the Ice, 1999. Let me get my camera resituated here. Okay, so first update on Prince. Fred Wink is at $110 on Prince. That's going once, going twice. Let me grab a new Japanese pressing. We don't get this too often at all. This is Bob Seger, 9 Tonight, a pristine Japanese pressing. First of all, I've never seen a Japanese pressing of it, and this is be a good one to have a Japanese pressing of because it's a black cover that usually shows a lot of wear on the U.S. This has the original inner sleeves, inserts. $55 on Bob Seger, 9 Tonight, another classic live concert from him. So $55 start on that. Prince is at $111 with Brent Rabley, and it looks like Fred's out. So Prince is going twice, going 3 times to Brent Rabley for $111. We're looking for a $55 start on Seger. Let's go through this crate. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, self-titled, $19.99. Tina Marie, Robbery, that is $9.99, gold stamp promo. The Nice is $39.99. The Nice, that's that label. Remember that compilation we had earlier? That's what I was talking about, the immediate label. This is one of their original albums. Fred Wink, first on Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Christmas Classics box set, $19.99. How many LPs? 3, 4 LPs. There's the lineup of some of the artists. Bing Crosby, Nat King Cole, Andy Williams. Does it have Andy Williams' Happy Holidays? That's one of my favorites. Johnny Mathis. Out on Prince. So Prince is going twice, going 3 times to Brent. Chris wants to know the Weirdos price. The Weirdos is $29.99. Tommy Flowers takes the box set. Chris wants to see the Tina Marie cover again. Tina Marie Robbery. Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child. That is sealed. $44.99. Jimi Hendrix Last Night. $29.99. And Jimi Hendrix live at the Isle of Wight Festival. $34.99. Jackson Heights is sealed. $49.99. That's on the Verve label. The Moody Blues, A Question of Balance. $19.99. Culture Club, From Luxury to Heartache. $24.99. The Marquettes, Out of Limits. $29.99. What happened? Did Michigan State win? Okay, Fred Wink, you're first on Jimi Hendrix. He wants all 3. I had a feeling that was coming. So those to Fred. I've never seen that one. I've had that one before. I always highly recommend it, and I've never seen a sealed copy of that. That is sold to Fred Wink. Is Weirdos US. Let's take a look at it. Who, what, when, where, and why. Weirdos 1979. It's about a VG Plus cover. And this is a US pressing. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and sell Prince to Brent Rabley for $111. 111. That's sold to Brent Rabley. Looking for a $55 start on this minty Bob Seger. Chris said sold on the Weirdos. The History of Joe Tex. Joe Tex is $19.99. The Very Best of Fats Domino, $12.99. Real Life Flame, $19.99. The Royal Court of China, $14.99. Royal Court of China. Every One of Us, Eric Burden and the Animals, $19.99. $19.99. This is a Music for Pleasure Animals compilation. First track is House of the Rising Sun, $14.99. Tommy Flowers on Fats Domino. Sell that to Tommy Flowers. Santana Festival, $19.99. Robert Plant, Little by Little. It says Collector's Edition, $14.99. The Honey Drippers, speaking of Robert Plant, in shrink wrap includes Sea of Love, $24.99. Near mint copy of this. Page and Plant, side project they did. Guy Goodman on RCC. That was Royal Court of China. Sell that to Guy Goodman. Lou Hetzer. I'm not even going to give it a final call. You've been the only bidder on Seeger, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that to Lou Hetzer for $55. Let me grab a couple new auctions. Sorry, I'm coughing and probably wheezing, and I had to kind of work outside over the weekend. I was around a lot of live animals, and my sinuses just don't react well to that. Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming. Dylan is a near mint Japanese pressing with a really cool Bob Dylan obi there on it. If you're looking for a top copy of this, this is about as top as it's going to get. It's got the booklet with it. Actually, that is the original inner sleeve. There's the Japanese lyric booklet, near mint vinyl. That is a $45 start. Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming. And we have Bob Seger, The Distance. Bob Seger, The Distance. I'll get that one rolling for a $35 start. The Distance, Japanese pressing with lyric insert. Okay, next comment was Arm Lazelle on Had. What do we think that was? Honey Drippers. Is Little by Little a single? Yes. Little by Little is actually, it has Little by Little, remix long version, Easily Led, Rockin' at Midnight, Live with the Honey Drippers, and Sixes and Sevens. I call that an EP. That's Robert Plant, $14.99, gold stamp promo. Kenny, that's yours if you want it. Chad is next. And then if y'all two pass, it looks like Bob McKinney takes it. So up to y'all two. And then Bob, if they pass, you were third in line. Fred Wink is at 45 on Bob Dylan. New models, Sight and Sound. New models, $14.99. Sight and Sound. Kenny Heathcock takes the Robert Plant. I've already laid that out, haven't I? Yep, that's sold to Kenny Heathcock. Billy Hancock and the Tennessee Rockets, Shaking That Rockabilly Fever, $14.99. The Rolling Stones, Emotional Rescue, $34.99. Roslington Collins Band, Anytime, Anyplace, Anywhere, $24.99. Black Oak, Arkansas, 10-year overnight success, $19.99. Jimi Hendrix, Kaleidoscope. I've never seen this, $34.99. Jimi Hendrix Kaleidoscope. Nutmeg label. After Jimi Hendrix died in 70, 69, 70, it's late 69, early 70, when he died, after his death, there was more albums put out. It's unbelievable the amount of Jimi Hendrix albums. There was a guy in Arkansas we were talking to that was trying to sell his dad's collection, and he said he had 386 different Jimi Hendrix albums. That's a lot. That would fill up like all 6 of these crates on this table probably. Different ones. Then he said, you know, like Are You Experienced? He had different versions, and Axe as Bold as Love. He had sealed copies, imports, etc. He said he had over 500 Jimi Hendrix albums, 386 different ones. So it's amazing how many Hendrix albums there are. Okay, Brent Rabley's at 50 on the Dylan. Brent Rabley's at 50 on the Dylan. Next comment was Black Oak, Arkansas. That was for Fred Wink. And then Fred also wants Jimi Hendrix. Jeff McMaster, you were second on Black Oak, Arkansas. George Buchanan's in on the Dylan at 65. And Walt Cruz got the new models. I just got a notification that they were releasing the top 4 for the college football playoffs again. So that's live right now. Gordon Lightfoot, Gord's Gold, $29.99. Madonna, Who's That Girl soundtrack, sealed with hop sticker. An original sealed copy, sealed. That's Jimi Hendrix as well. This one's for you, $99.99. This must be pretty tough to get. Easy Riders, Peace in Mississippi. That is Jimi Hendrix, isn't it? Yeah. Easy Riders. I'm an easy rider. Message for a lover. Love is man. Xmas. Wait a second. This one's for you. Yeah, it's just got weird titles. That's definitely Jimi Hendrix. He died September 18th, 1970. Wow, I thought it was earlier than that, in the 70s, or in 70. Jeff and Master, I think that's yours, if that's what you wanted. Pop will eat itself, maybe. 1999. Pop will eat itself now for a feast. 1999. Brent's out on Dylan. High bid on Dylan is George Buchanan's at $65. Going twice, going 3 times. I'm going to go ahead and end Bob Seger. That is a deal, because I was thinking about starting this at 45. I said 35 and no bid. So if anybody wants this, $35 buy it now on Bob Seger. Price of Madonna. Madonna was sealed. It's actually no cutouts either. No cutouts. Oh, my bad. It's camouflaged up here in her hair. It does have a cutout. That is sealed, $39.99. Walt Cruz gets the pop. And Lou Hetzer is going to go ahead and get the Seeger for $35. Lou got the other Seeger as well. So sell that for $35. I'm about to sell Bob Dylan for $65. Shoes is $14.99. Boomerang shoes. Jimi Hendrix, Kiss the Sky, gold stamp promo, $34.99. It's not a Japanese pressing, but it has some kind of obi with it. I have one of these, by the way. Thought my door opened and realized the Tanner just stepped outside. Randy Scarborough on BS. I think that was for Bob Seger. We've already sold that one. The Electric Light Orchestra. Wow, I have never seen this before. $24.99 the night the light went out in Long Beach. No one please buy this. Wow. Day Tripper Orchestra, Roll Over Beethoven. I have never seen that before. It's a German pressing. Wow. ELO. I'm keeping that in Elton John if no one buys it tonight. Another ELO. This is a really nice copy of, I think, what do they call this one? Just self-titled? Yeah, I think this one's just called self-titled. That is $19.99. And Culture Club, Kissin' to Be Clever, also $24.99. Santana, $19.99. That one's called Borboleta. All right, let me go ahead and wrap up Dylan. Dylan is sold to George Buchanan for $65. It looks like Fred's going to break my heart and take this ELO that I've never seen before. Let me take a look at this, by the way. Wow. It's a really cool cover. This came out in '74. ELO Long Beach. This is why I've got to start going through stuff earlier before I sell these records. That's sold to Fred Wink. Walt Cruz wants shoes. The Hendrix you claimed, Jeff, was $99.99. You can buy them with the rest of me someday. Hopefully I find another one. I may have to get online and start searching for one now. I like, so, let's see here. Okay, let's go back through this crate one more time. I'm going to read off titles. ELO's a live LP. Yes, that was live from Long Beach. It must be 1974 or later. The Marx Brothers, if you want prices, let me know. Betty Bright, Tina Marie, The Nice, Jackson Heights, The Moody Blues, Culture Club, The Marquettes, Joe Tex, Real Life, Flame, Eric Burden and the Animals, Santana, Billy Hancock, The Rolling Stones, Rosenton Collins Band, Gordon Lightfoot, Madonna, Jimi Hendrix. That's the only Jimi Hendrix that didn't sell. This would look a little bit better if this, there you go. I was about to say if you slide this obi off to the side. It's not a Japanese pressing. It's a gold stamp promo though. $34.99 on that. Jeff, that Hendrix you got was pretty rare. I'll just put to you that way. The nice, I think it was a white label promo. Let's check it again. $39.99. Yeah, it's a white label promo. Promotion copy not for sale. Everything is nice as mother makes it. $39.99. Fred takes this Jimi Hendrix. ELO. Somebody needs to grab that too. We don't get that one too often. And it's near mint. Culture Club and Santana. Those are all still available. We sold a lot of that crate. Not much left. Not much left. Let me see what's down here in this Christmas crate. Where's the new stuff? Statler. Let's see here. Okay. Tanner, we got a adult website sending spam. Thank you. Randy Scarborough on Culture Club. Randy, I'm assuming you want Kissing to Be Clever, but there's another one in there as well. Witch Stones. Brent Rabley wants ELO. Witch Stones. Was there Emotional Rescue? How does promo copy affect value? In almost all cases, it greatly increases the value. I would say 95%. There's some copies where the stock copy is more valuable than the promo copy, but that's rarely the case. That's sometimes more on 45s than it is albums. Okay. I have a request to go through a Christmas crate. I will do it fast because I don't want to lose anybody. But it's that time of the year, and I have a whole crate underneath here. I've got to set these up. Here's what I'm going to do on these. Yeah, I think most of these in here we have priced. Most of these in here we have priced $10 or $15, like Elvis, or let's do a random sample. New Christie Minstrels, $9.99. Statler Brothers. We're going to do everything in here $6.99. Okay, I'm going to go through them pretty fast, so have your fingers and thumbs ready. Any Christmas album in here, $6.99, because I think this is some stuff from last year, some stuff from that crate we did the first part of October. So any record in here, $6.99, all Christmas. There may even be some sealed stuff in here. $6.99. A Country Christmas with Loretta Lynn. That was originally $14.99. So everything in here, $6.99. Christmas Greetings. The Kingston Trio. Kenny Rogers. That was sealed. Christmas with Chet Atkins. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir sings Christmas carols. The Kingston Trio. The Statler Brothers Christmas Card. The Statler Brothers Christmas Card. Barbra Streisand Christmas Album. Christmas with Eddie Arnold. Season Greetings from Barbra Streisand. So Josh Fry put CC. I'm assuming that's Country Christmas. Josh Fry, let me know if that's right. Whoa. Before that, hold on a second. Kevin Huffman says, as long as there's no Mariah Carey. Jeff McMaster, LL, that's Loretta Lynn. That's for this one. Tanner, all Christmas albums we're doing are $6.99. Jeff McMaster got the Loretta Lynn. Josh Fry, you were second. Bob, you were third. Lou Hetzer on Kenny Rogers. Carlene, you were second. Tommy, you were third. Grant, you were fourth. Francis, you were fifth. Francis also next on Kenny Rogers. Lily McCurry on Barbra Streisand. And Donnie Moore, you were second. Donnie, Lillian's already got this one. Let me know if you want that one. It's still available. $6.99, everything in here. Connie Francis, Christmas Greetings Volume 2. The Statlers. Happy Holidays, album number 1. Donnie Moore says he'll take the second, Barbara. Okay, that's so to Don. These are all $6.99. Another Statler Brothers. Boy, we got a bunch of those. Francis Drennan on orchestra. Orchestra? Orchestra. What was that? Mormon Tabernacle Choir? Maybe you can, let's see. Statler's Christmas Greeting, Connie Francis. Lou Hetzer on SB. Statler Brothers. Okay, give that to Lou Hetzer. Robert Johnson wants Christmas Greetings Volume 1 and 2. There's Volume 1 and there's Volume 2. Those are sold to Robert Johnson. Happy Holidays includes Glenn Campbell, The Letterman, David Rhodes, Ella Fitzgerald, Tennessee Ernie Ford, Sandler and Young, Fred Warning, Roger Wagner Coracle, and the Hollywood's Pop Orchestra. Christmas Memories. Soundsavers from the 1986 Grammy winners Blue Christmas, Silent Night. Frank Yankovic, Christmas Memories. Francis Drennan on choir. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking you wanted that one right there. That's so to Francis Drennan. Josh Fry. Francis Drennan on Happy Holidays. That's only, or excuse me, Francis Drennan got choir. These Christmas titles are confusing. Francis Drennan got choir. Josh Fry, I'm giving you Happy as long as Brent Rabley passes. You got to be careful with these Christmas titles. All of them have the word Christmas in them. Most of them have the word choir in it. Okay, Jim Reeves. Happy Holidays from Hillshire's Farm. Christmas Wonderland. Marian Anderson, Christmas Carols. Johnny Mathis. The Rhodes Kids. Holiday Magic. Christmas with the Christies, New Christie Minstrels. Well, that's a cool cover. She's got ornaments in her hair. The New Christie Minstrels, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from Our House to Your House. Songs of Christmas. Fernat and Tyker. Got that kind of close, I think. We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Mahalia Jackson, Silent Nights. A Jack Jones Christmas. Do They Know It's Christmas? Perry Como sings Merry Christmas Music. Christmas with George Beverly Shea. Happy Holidays, Volume 18. Christmas Wonderland with Burt Camford. Lynn Anderson, The Christmas Album. Tennessee Ernie Ford Christmas Special. Bill Anderson Christmas. The Brightest Stars of Christmas. Anne Murray Christmas Wishes. Robert Goulet, The Christmas I Spend With You. And The Brightest Stars of Christmas. Francis Drennan on HH. That was, I have no idea. Maybe she can let us know. Lou Hetzer wants, Do They Know It's Christmas? Do They Know It's Christmas? George Buchanan on Tabernacle. I think that was something we've already sold earlier. It's like a deciphering after somebody makes a claim. I think the one with Tabernacle we sold earlier. Pretty sure that's gone, George. Jared McLaughlin wants both of the New Christie Minstrels. That's right here. So, Do They Know It's Christmas is for sure sold to Lou Hetzer. Those are both for sure sold to Jared McLaughlin. Francis Drennan, Songs of Christmas. That right there, Songs of Christmas. That's for sure sold to Francis. Donnie Moore on the Perry Como. That's sold to Donnie Moore. Brent Rabley on the Burt Camford. Francis Drennan on Tennessee Ernie Ford. Donnie Moore on the Anne Murray. Where are you, Anne? Right here. Anne Murray, Donnie Moore. Francis Drennan, Happy Holidays. Right here. That's sold to Francis Drennan. Mark Chesler on Mahalia Jackson. I was about to say, that one's surprisingly still available. And Susie wants a Statler Brothers. Okay, now, where did I get to? A shot of energy drink. I would be very hyped up. The last record I showed was that one right there. Luke Mitchell on TEF. TEF. I don't see anything with TEF left. Maybe you can abbreviate or elaborate on that one. Don't abbreviate anymore. A Christmas festival. If you just joined us, Tennessee Ernie Ford, that one's already sold. All the Christmas albums are $6.99. Imagine the Joys of Christmas, presented by Sylvania. So there's a lot in here. You'll see like Hillshire Farms and Sylvania and Realistic. You know, they were given away at department stores during Christmas time. Probably a lot of y'all remember that. Country Christmas Favorites. Country Holiday, a Columbia Musical Treasury. Christmas in the Country. Merry Christmas. Some of these I don't. Let's see who's on this one. Robert Goulet, Anita Bryant, Burl Ives, Barbara Streisand, Mitch Miller. Your normal people. Josh Fry on CCF. Country Christmas Favorites. Bob McKinney on Christmas Festival. Right here. Bob McKinney, I think you finally got something. You got a Christmas Festival. A Columbia. That's in mint condition too. I was waiting for Bob to buy something before I said this, but I think he's a first-time buyer. Bob, if that's true, let me know, and I'll give you instructions right quick. Carlene Rollins on just Merry Christmas. Carlene got Merry Christmas. Francis was second on that one. On This Christmas Night. Jimmy Rogers, It's Christmas Once Again. Mancini Moods at Christmas Time. That's a Goodyear. Probably given away at Goodyear tire stores. Christmas Through the Years. True Value Hardware Stores. Happy Holidays. English Medieval Carols and Christmas Music. Lanza Sings Christmas Carols. That looks like an early UK. Christy Lane. Hometown Christmas. Connie Francis. Heidi. Pocketbook Doll. The Night Before Christmas. Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. Elvis. Reba McEntire. Merry Christmas to you. Wow. That was sealed for $30. Now $6.99. Brent Rabley on Jimmy. Let me go back a few. That was Jimmy Rogers. Next was Lou Hetzer on Mancini. Mancini Moons. Henry Mancini. That's sold to Lou Hetzer. Chad, do you have any Christmas-themed records? Yes, I do. If you're referencing this, great. Robert Johnson on English. What was that? English Medieval. That is sold to Robert Johnson. Francis Drennan wants On This Christmas Night. On This Christmas Night. We have thousands of Christmas albums. It kind of drives John crazy when I ask him to put out a couple crates. Francis Drennan takes On This Christmas Night. Brent Rabley, first on the Reba. That's probably the deal of the bin. I didn't even check prices on these. I just said $6.99. That's sold to Brent Rabley. Josh was second. Whitney was third. Jeff was fourth. Francis Drennan wants the True Value. That's sold to Francis Drennan. Carlene Rollins on RM. Let's see how far I went. I hadn't shown that yet. So RM, that was probably Reba McEntire. I already sold. Clay was next on that. Susie wants Christmas Through the Years. That sold to Susie. Lots of other people on Reba. Luke Mitchell on Elvis. Chris Micus on Night Before Christmas. Is that still in here? Night Before. Let me know if that's still in here. Oh, that was probably Reba, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, those. Where are my Hanukkah albums? No Hanukkah albums that I'm aware of. Fred Wink wants Wake Me Up Later. Fred's over the Christmas bin. Jared McLaughlin on Connie Francis. We're almost done with this one. Then I've got 7 more. No, I'm just joking. I do have 1 more, but it's only about half full. All-time Christmas favorites. Excuse me. All-time Christmas favorites. Tom Ulanowski, it's an Elvis. Christmas greetings from Nashville. Christmas on the General Jackson. I've wrote on that before. That's a riverboat paddle boat that docks in Nashville behind the Grand Ole Opry. Very cool. The Osmonds Christmas album. Elvis Christmas album. And another Elvis Christmas album. Your pick on the cover. I think those have the same track list. Same photo. They just tilted his head more and widened out the background. Lou Hetzer on the Osmonds. Let me run through that one more time. Lillian wants Jim Reeves and the Osmonds. I think Jim Reeves is already sold. Let me check, though. I'm going to run through these titles one more time extremely fast. Lillian, Jim Reeves still available. Osmonds is sold. Tom Ulanowski wants Elvis Blue. Maybe this one. Which one? Tom, number 1 or number 2? And then Burt Jordan wants both of them. So let me just set those out. I'll figure that in just a second. Met on the General Jackson. Wow. Yeah, it's been a while. I was probably in junior high, but it was fun. Lots of good food. Tom Ulanowski wants the red one. This one. Okay. So sell that one to Tom Ulanowski. Give that one to Burt Jordan, the one there on top, Tanner. One more time with these. They're all $6.99. Susie wants Heidi, the doll one. Okay. Here we go. The Kingston Trio. Chet Atkins. Somebody needs to grab that. This is sealed. This was originally $20. That's an early Living Stereo RCA too. That's a cool Christmas record. Him instrumental on the guitar. Another Kingston Trio. Statler Brothers. Eddie Arnold. Connie Francis. The Statlers. Christmas Memories with Frank Yankovic. Happy Holidays from Hillshire Farm. Andy Williams, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Tony Bennett, Ray Conniff, Johnny Mathis, Barbara Streisand, The Normal Suspects again. Luke Mitchell, excuse me, no, not Tommy either. Josh Fry. Everything is $6.99. We're doing kind of an on-sale Christmas crate before we start bringing out some new ones. $6.99. Chet Atkins is sold to Josh Fry. Tommy was second. Luke was third. Stacy was fourth. Bert was fifth. John Stevens on Yankovic. That's sold to John Stevens. And Creative Expression Florist and Deb's Antiques want Statlers and Connie Francis. Well, I'm for sure I've never read that name off before, so you must be a first-time buyer. Please make sure you message our page. For anybody new, whoever bought something earlier I thought was a new buyer. Who was that? I don't know if I never did hear back from him. Who was that? Bob McKinney, are you still watching? You, along with our new buyer there, Creative Expressions Florist. I don't know if I can read that every time, but just call me Deb. Okay, Deb, thank you. Make sure you send our page a message, a Facebook message to CollectCo with your email address and your mailing address. We will invoice you on Monday, 6 days from now. We will send you an invoice on Monday. So those are sold to Deb. I remember Chet, yeah, that's a kind of a nostalgic album for a lot of people. A lot of people had that in their collections. Francis Drennan wants the Happy Holidays from Hillshire Farms. Now, so $6.99. We have the Statlers, Eddie Arnold, and we have 2 copies of Kingston Trio. As you can tell from the covers, it looks like one's in mono and one's in stereo. Christmas Wonderland, that's a realistic sampler. Let's see, Kate Smith, John Gary, Lana Cantrell, Peggy Lee, Perry Como. Scott Smith, we've already sold Chet Atkins. Marian Anderson, Christmas Carols. Johnny Mathis, The Rhodes Kids, Holiday Magic, that has Glenn Campbell, Peggy Lee, Tennessee Ernie Ford, Nancy Wilson. Merry Christmas from Our House to Your House, this is RCA. Lawrence Welk, Arthur Fedler, Eddie Arnold, Kate Smith. That is From Our House to Your House. For Nat and Tyker. I'm pretty close on that. Jack Jones Christmas. George Beverly Shea. Lynn Anderson. Bill Anderson. The Brightest Stars of Christmas. Elvis is on that one. Julie Andrews, Perry Como, Charlie Pride. Robert Goulet. Bright Stars of Christmas. I think that's the second one of those. Imagine the Joys of Christmas. Peggy Lee, Nancy Wilson, Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald. Country Holiday, Gene Autry, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Anita Bryant, Johnny Cash is on this one, Jimmy Dean, David Houston. Christmas in the Country, Blackwood Brothers, Jimmy Eldridge, Anita Kersinger, Living Voices, Hank Lachlan. Lonza Sings Christmas Carols, Christy Lane, Hometown Christmas, All-Time Christmas Favorites, Christmas Greetings from Nashville, and Christmas on the General Jackson. Deb wants the Lynn Anderson. Deb gets Lynn Anderson. Let's see. Stacy Metternich on Stars, Brightest Stars of Christmas. Sell one of those to Stacy. Susie Breedlove wants Country Holiday. That's sold to Susie. Anybody else? Anybody else? Let me see how much is in this other crate. Let me see when these were. Let's see here. These are instantly sell. Let me show some of these. Okay, a few more here. By the way, we're going to pause at 9:30. It's 9:23 right now. We're going to take a break at 9:30, and we'll come back at 10 o'clock to do part two. Part two, I plan on doing some 50% off stuff. So if you like on sale, we got some 50% off stuff left in the back. Not left, some stuff we've never shown. I'll go back through new arrivals. We got more Japanese auctions, and I'll recap new vinyl. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Disneyland record from the Christmas TV special. These are still $6.99. Jim Neighbors, Merry Christmas. Another Christmas on the General Jackson. The Greatest Songs of Christmas. Another Happy Holidays. We Wish You a Country Christmas. John Schneider, White Christmas. For Christmas this year, The Letterman. And Christmas with Glenn Campbell. Those are all $6.99. Lou Hetzer was first to the Disney record. Lou Hetzer was first to the Disney record. Let's see. 'Twas the Night. Deb was second. Jeff was third. Greg fourth. Kathy fifth. Robert sixth. Susie seventh. Tommy Flowers first to Glenn Campbell. Brent second. Are you getting a shot of the McCartney box set? I have not got any kind of marketing material. If I don't hear something soon from my distributors, I'm going to go ahead and order one myself through McCartney's website or however. But if I can get one wholesale, I'm definitely trying to wait, and then so I can offer them as well to y'all. But Tony, I will definitely post that. But yes, Paul McCartney's releasing this huge wooden box of all these singles. They're only making what, 3,000 or something very limited? Maybe less than that. Maybe 300. I don't think it's 300. Clay Moore wants Letter. That was the Letterman. Francis Drennan on Night Before. Whatever that is, I think it's already sold. Luke, you were next on Glenn Campbell. Chad Williams also wants The Night Before. What was that? Because whatever it is, it's not in here anymore. Yeah. 80 singles. Wow. Let me do another handful. I got some more down here. These are all $6.99. There's another Elvis. $6.99. Oak Ridge Boys. Oak Ridge Boys. Oak Ridge Boys. Merry Christmas, Johnny Mathis. That's looks more like the original cover. It's still, wow, that's in near mint condition, by the way. Another one. Let's see what pressing this is. It's in shrink wrap. That's still a repress. The Kingston Trio, Steve Lawrence and Eddie Gourmet, and Christmas with Hank Snow. Lou Hetzer on Johnny Mathis. Lou, I'm going to give you the one here in shrink wrap. Susie Breedlove on an Oak Ridge Boys. Josh Fry on John. That's another Johnny Mathis. Sell that to Josh Fry. Cameron Martin, you're third, but I have another one back here, Cameron. It's the same album. It's just the Columbia Special Products with a little bit different label. Pretty much the same thing if you want that one, Cameron. Sherry Darnell gets the Elvis. Tommy Flowers on Hank Snow. Teresa Hacker also on an Oak Ridge Boys. I now have two. I have one of those left now. Bert Jordan, you were next on Elvis. It's already sold. Cameron Martin takes an Oak Ridge Boys. And Cameron, just let me know if you're okay with that other Johnny Mathis. We're still doing $6.99 country albums. Let me grab another handful here. I'm almost done with this other crate. He says, I'll take Oak Ridge Boys. All right, so he's passing on this one if anybody wants that Johnny Mathis. Blue Christmas, Ernest Tubb. Slim Whitman. These are all Christmas albums, $6.99. Slim Whitman Christmas album. Jimmy Dean's Christmas Card. Jim Reeves, 12 Songs of Christmas. Anne Murray, Christmas Wishes. RFD Christmas. And Elvis, another Elvis. That's a German pressing. That one was $19.99. Did y'all make sure? Yeah, make sure Francis isn't keyed with the same Christmas record twice is all she's asking. No, Cameron Martin just got one. Cameron Martin passed on Johnny Mathis. Josh Fry on Jim Reeves. Deb gets Anne Murray. Deb gets Anne Murray. Burt Jordan. That time Burt was first to Elvis. Claymore was second. Susie third. Kathy fourth. Tom fifth. Yes, I think all the Streisand's are gone. Yes. Francis Drennan on Jimmy Dean. Luke Mitchell said Ernest Tubb cover. Ernest Tubb Blue Christmas. That's Decca. Wow, that's an original. Near mint. Okay, last handful before we take a break. Pat Boone, White Christmas. White Christmas by the Kid Stuff Repertory Company. Merry Christmas from the creative world of Stan Kenton. The Wonderful World of Christmas. Renaissance Christmas with Waverly Consort. Holiday Magic. The Swingle Singers. Christmas Time. Really cool picture of Santa Claus on there. Magnavox Album of Christmas Music. Whoop. Christmas with Placido Domingo, Vienna Symphony Orchestra. Another one. Happy Holidays Album. Happy Holidays Album. Happy Holidays Album. These are all $6.99. Luke Mitchell gets to Ernest Tubb. Tommy, you're second on that one. Jeff McMaster on PD, Placido Domingo. Jeff McMaster. Luckily, we've got two of those because Deb wants one as well. One sold to Jeff, one sold to Deb. All right, we're going to stop there. Wow, we emptied a whole crate. Well, these have been underneath the new arrival bins, and I was about to create a section. We need to go through the. I was gonna do a new vinyl, new Christmas vinyl flip video and post it in the group, and then I was gonna do this. So we've already taken care of this. So I'll probably post new vinyl in the group. Susie Breedlove on Happy Holidays. One of these here, Happy Holidays. Yeah, sell that to Susie. Cameron Martin on Pat Boone. Kathy Amos on the RFD. Donnie Moore also wants a Happy Holidays album. That one's in shrink wrap. We got another spammer on here. Free Girls Chat. Tanner's removing it right now. Okay, let's take a break there. I'll probably post that in the group too. We're going to work on getting some new vintage stuff out soon. We got stacks and stacks of Christmas albums. John tries to work on vintage rock and all of our like standard new arrivals. I probably need to take some time and work on some Christmas albums myself. We've got hundreds. We got some really good ones, and there's some good ones still left in there. So we'll be back a few minutes after 10 o'clock. I've got to rest my voice, grab a snack, maybe an energy drink, and we'll be back a few minutes after 10 o'clock. Half off records. We'll go back through new vinyl, and we'll have some like standard stuff on sale too. Y'all know the drill. There'll be lots of stuff. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. Thanks for watching.